I want to make a few batches of wine here, but I've only got one airlock, right? So what I did was, as you can see, the airlock goes through the bottom through this cap here, which goes on top of this size water jug. So what I did was I put the cork through the other side, so it's very tightly pressed against this. So let me explain here what I did with that. So basically, this airlock can go on this size bottle here, and it can also snap in on this. So it's sort of like a dual airlock, right? That can fit a big size bottle or a smaller size bottle. What about that bottle and that bottle? I built this airlock to go over a 4-liter bottle. I'm just going to show you how I did it. Basically, you're going to need a glue gun with non-toxic glue sticks in it, pack of super glue, a sharp screw and a screwdriver, a salt or pepper shaker with you know, this sort of thing, and one of these sized tubes. And basically what you do is you take this screw and screwdriver and you make a hole right underneath there, okay? Then you widen the hole enough to pass this tube in there where you're squeezing it in. Then this cap, this entire thing here that the super glue's in, is going to go inside of this once this tube is passed underneath it, okay? Now, here's one that I made just to show you what I'm talking about here. You see, I super glue, or sorry, I hot glue gun the bottom just to make sure it's airtight. And the cap that's inside of this is what's holding the super glue, okay? I punch holes in the top with that tack that's holding up this thermometer here, and basically this is the finished product, okay? It's got holes in the top, it's got an inner cap, which is what the super glue was in, on top of the tube that's passed through it. I'm going to show you how I attached it to this, just to walk you through this entirely here. This size tube here attaches to this piece, okay? I'll show you what I mean here. Alright, it's very airtight. And here's the bottle cap. You just sort of secure that round piece on like so. And as you can see, this is only 4 liters here, so I had it a little extra long here. So, you know, it sort of acts as a warning. When it gets about up to here, I know to get a blow-off tube so that it doesn't overflow. For the bigger ones there, as you can see, I have it secured to this in a different way. Yeah, and then just another side note. The caps of the super glue right? I put it on top of a syringe, and it's super glued to the top of the syringe, and I'm going to run a pen through one of these the same way I did the tube. And the syringe fits inside of there and lifts up about an inch. I'm going to make another airlock out of that. And let's just say I'm fermenting something and it's very vigorous, and I want more gases to escape. All I'd have to do is pop the top of this, and there are 3 huge holes here for more gas to escape, or I wouldn't suggest opening the bigger part here, because maybe it'll be pushed up a little too much. But basically how an airlock works is, when it's fermenting, the cap will lift up until the top touches the top here, and then whatever excess gas is coming out will go down this cap and out the water, so it should be filled about yay high. I'm going to do a test now using just some bread yeast. I'm going to get a fermentation going with juice that's about to go bad in my fridge. Might as well use it for this. And I'm going to show you that this airlock here works, and the cost of making it was cheaper than buying one. So if you're unable to get an airlock and you want to kill some time in lockdown by making some wine, this is a good way to make airlocks. Just a cheap salt or pepper shaker I got from the dollar store. Plastic tube. A hot glue gun. 2 $1.25 packs of super glue that I bought from the dollar store, and just a nail to make a hole, a screw that you drive in to widen it, a file to go through the hole to widen it even more. If you have a knife sharpener, you could also use that, or maybe even just a file, a wood file, a plastic file would be best, obviously. But yeah, I have 1, 2, soon to be 3 airlocks that I made out of this, and it costed me under $10. Hope this was helpful.